There we go.
But master this rap shit. You hear the words coming from my lips, bastards. I never crack, I got that chapstick. I practice to that shit made perfect and served it to the people on a silver platter. Now where's the ladder? Cause either you gon' whine or you climb. I chose the ladder. Know you haters is pissed, hold your bladder though. Before you get tossed like a forward lateral. We never tattle, let God handle that. Or let the mob handle that. No soprano, half black, half white. I'm a piano, I'm an animal. My video on Discovery Channel. I'm a beast. When my shit hit the streets, these niggas cease to exist. Like a beach in a tsunami, you'll find me in the Ville, in the state of NC. Bitch, if I ain't back home, I'm up in NYC. About that money probably, like a fucking robbery, but I ain't jacking. I'm chasing dreams, sorta like jeans, boy, I ain't slacking. I'm chasing dreams, sorta like jeans, boy, I ain't slacking. Hey, take a hard look at my drive, nigga, no hacking on my shit. I'm straight smacking niggas, straight tagging niggas. Y'all freestyling, fuck y'all niggas, y'all be wildin', and I'm out.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to our Tuesday night edition of the Walk in His Ways Impact Wars podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr., we're broadcast out of the DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, Texas metropolitan area. And I'm very excited and I'm very honored and privileged to have Justin, Frederick, and Leon. They are the established founders of JFL Productions, which was established back in 2019. These young men have been here in the pavement ever since then. Create things, create masterpieces, create legacies, bringing, enhancing other people's businesses and their business as well also. So I'm very honored and privileged to have these kings on with me tonight. So fellas, thank y'all for taking time out of your productive schedule. I know y'all very productive men, taking care of y'all clients, helping them to take their brands to the next level. So how y'all gentlemen doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Justin.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain.
And awesome. And like I said, I appreciate you, gentlemen. Of course, I know Fred, he's no stranger to the platform. He's been on here numerous times. This makes his third time on here on the platform. Now he has the team on here. So I'm going to start with Fred. Fred, go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience here on the Walking This Way Impact Wars podcast.
Yeah, how you doing? So my name is Fred. I'm 1/3 of JFL Productions, obviously the F in the JFL. And this is my third time, but I'm more excited about this because, you know, a lot of people don't know these are my co-owners, but these guys are my best friends. Like, we've been friends for almost a decade now, which is like seems so surreal, but yeah, I'm giddy because this is actually the first time all three of us have done an interview together. It's always like one of us or two of us, but this is the first time all three of us has done one together.
Man, that's what's up. I also have Justin. Justin, go ahead and do yourself to the audience here on the Walking His Ways Impact What's podcast.
Hey, what's good, guys? My name is Justin. I'm the J in JFL. Clearly, yeah, I want to say I'm also excited to be here. Same reason for Fred. All three of us finally get to sit down together, do something together. I love when all three of us is on the same project together.
Man, that's what's up. And also, last but not least, Leon, go ahead and do yourself.
Save the best for last. I see. So, my name is Leon. The L in JFL is. I feel excited to be here. It's a dream come true. Like I said, like Fred said it best. We've been friends since college, and to have this opportunity to kind of move up and see where we've been since when we first started is surreal.
Man, that's what's up right there. And today's episode is called Teamwork Makes the Dream Work. And we know that we know it takes teams to win championships. We know it takes teams to build dynasties and having a great franchise ahead. And we know it takes the right group of people, collective people, to make the thing work. And I'm very honored, very excited to have y'all talk about working together, putting our egos aside. Because we've seen through the years how people built great businesses, a lot of egos getting away, destroy relationships, destroy friendships. But y'all been doing this since 2019. How did this all take us to the early story? How did this all come together, and why did y'all chose to get into the world of media?
I feel like Justin should go because he's actually the reason why we're together.
So we start. Well, the reason why I wanted to start this at least was because, well, ever since I was in high school, I always wanted to do something with my friends. Like I felt like going into a business with my friends would, I don't know, it's just something I always wanted to do. And then when we got to college, I always had Leon. I met Fred. We got along pretty well. And then our junior, sophomore year, we had to get into like our project ones, our internships and stuff. And I had just found my like little passion for photography. Fred had asked me to do a photo shoot for him for one of his friends. He was doing a clothing line. So I jumped on that opportunity. I saw how well at least me and Fred worked together, like comfortable behind the camera. Uh Fred kind of was already taking like marketing and business, so he knew like how the business went. And then a little later, Leon expressed, yeah, he wanted to get into like videography and stuff like that. So it clicked in my head, like all of us should come together and just do something together, make a business. It wasn't a production yet, but yeah. And then we got together. They was like, why not? Yeah.
Man, that's what's up. And just how y'all came together and said, "Hey, let's make something happen." Because we know success is all about taking risks. It's like, you know what, it's all or nothing, and make this thing happen. Let's talk about when this happened in 2019. It is 2024. Now, how long? I mean, what are the highs of the highest y'all had accomplished within y'all production company?
I guess I'll go. So we actually like we kind of skyrocketed, and a lot of people like a lot of like we're not where we want to be at yet, but I feel like in 5 years, a lot of people don't accomplish a lot of the small minor things that we have accomplished, and like we have so many like small major wins that it kind of feels like it's moving fast. Like I feel like JFL has been moving fast since the day we started. Because like Justin mentioned, our first ever photo shoot that we did was for a clothing company's website, right? And those pictures are still up there to this day. But we have like, magazine articles in Atlanta, magazine articles in Houston, Dallas. We've done fashion. Well, Justin and Leon have done fashion shows. We got partnerships now. So I can't really pin it to one success, but I guess if you want like each of us our one success, I guess my personal one would be the photo shoot that I did that was for a billboard. That's like my biggest accomplishment today.
Man, that's what's up right there. But while honoring our respect about your gentlemen is working together. We know we're in the times now where egos can clash. We know in the times where people feel like, oh, I'm bigger than the group, I grown the group. But how do y'all keep that bond together? Because we know like that things could end a friendship for over some odd years over business. How do y'all cope that together and keep that friendship, keep that brotherhood going?
Ooh, can I answer this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome, because I think I can speak for all of us when I say we were always very humble people. Where it was like we knew where we started. All three of us. I'm not gonna say we started from nothing, but each one of us had similar backgrounds. Where we all knew that we wanted more for ourselves. And one of the biggest things that was tying that together was our friendship. Our friendship is what started our business, and that's the one thing that we just could not lose. Like even if everything came to the ground and we had to start from zero, we would gladly like start from zero again because it was the friendship that brought us this far. And there's been numerous of times where we've gotten into arguments or we've had disagreements, but you take that time, you step away, you come back, and you like, all right, we're readjusted, let's get back to it. Because us, like, we all know that there's no just one person. It's JFL, not just A, not just F, not just L. And that's one of the biggest things that I would say I'm really proud of with us is that we, no matter how far we get or how low we get, we always have each other to lean on, and we know that this isn't just a business for us. This is a genuine bond between three people who wanted more for themselves.
All right, man. I respect that. And before we go in the front, I'll give a big shout out to a couple people in the comment section. Big shout out to Anita. She said, good evening, everyone. Big shout out to Nancy out of Miami. She said, evening, guys. And big shout out to Carl Roberts out in Fourth Word, Rise and Elevate. He said, it's good to see brothers working together. And that's what it is, working together, working as one, working as a strong unit. Like I mentioned, great teams come together, win championships. And that's what it's all about, winning championships in life and business, also as well as personal as well. And we know that communication is very, very important. And when I work together, especially how I be in business, what tools y'all use to have an effective communication? We know communication is key. So how do y'all communicate effectively that, hey, we're gonna make this, we're gonna work in this thing, we're going in the right direction? So how do y'all effectively communicate when it comes to the business aspect?
I think we have more like an unorthodox way. Like when we talk about it, most people okay, so what I'll say is I won't suggest the way that we do it to anybody. It just works for us, right? Because Justin and Leon are actually introverts and I'm an extrovert, right? So we have a group chat that we already had before kind of like JFL, right? Because we were roommates in college. And then as we grew JFL, we named it JFL, right? But sometimes our communication lags just because we have time. But for us, we can literally make a switch in a conversation. Like if you go through our group chat, you'll see us talking about, just busting on each other, making fun of each other. And then it'll be like, yeah, I sent a set of pictures over to edit. Like, you get what I'm saying? And then the conversation will switch because it will click to everybody else. Like, okay, the conversation is now business. And then like too as well, when we do have disagreements, like Leon said, nobody ever picks each other's side. We basically go off of, all right, this is what I think, so this is what I agree with. And it's not more so like, all right, well, I'm sticking up for Justin, I'm sticking up for Fred, I'm sticking up for. So that's why we don't really even get into. I was like, even before we got on here, we had like a little slight disagreement, but like we said what we said, and then afterwards we went on to a whole different conversation. So like it just kind of works for us because I think with us, what I realized seeing other groups of businesses who were friends or like family members, um, business come first, which it should, but for us, our friendship comes first. So we always make sure that whatever we do, we make sure it's comfortable, and that's because we set, like, we all know what our business represents. We know what JFL represents. We know what things, we know each other's like point of views, religious, views and stuff like that. So we don't do anything that goes against it. So we don't really have to be like, okay, business has to be first, because JFL operates itself in a sense. Like, everybody knows what each other is comfortable with. We know what we want out of JFL. We already established ground rules for JFL. So now it's just us being friends. And then also too, I think what's most important, we all help and promote each other to go out and do other things. Like, Justin does photography on his own outside of JFL. I do videography outside of JFL. Leon does graphic design and he draws outside of JFL. So I think that that's also one of the biggest things too. Like, we push for each other to do things outside of JFL, so we're not just so dependent on JFL, but all those things then come back and help build JFL as a bigger brand.
Yeah, that makes sense. It really does. Even though we're working together, but also we have things, exclusive goals as well. But even though we have group goals a unit, then also we have a goal individually. So I respect that to the highest. Accountability. We know that accountability plays a major role in business. We know criticism, healthy criticism plays a role, but it's always success. How do y'all inculcate accountability where, okay, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna grow for this. At the end of the day, I want to see you successful. So a lot of that, when people hear when they hear criticism, they think, oh, you put me down, or it's being negative, but it's to help catapult you to the next level. So how do y'all go about incorporating accountability within an organization?
Justin, do you want to do this one or can I?
Uh, I mean, you can say what you want to say, and then if we still want to go to me, I can say what I gotta say.
I different man, so I wanted to give you a chance to talk. But when he was talking about it, I was just like, oh, I want to answer this one.
Well, at least for me, when it comes to accountability, well, at least when you said that, that brought up like some examples, uh, like if Fred will send me some edits or some photos from someone else, or not to put like anybody down, but it's times where you do get that criticism, where that constructive criticism, where it's like, hey, like, here, you need to like pick it up or do better, or hey, like, but at least for me, like, I started off in down the engineer like path,
Okay.
career path. So I was kind of tailored to being okay with constructive criticism, being able to receive that and be able to then not go do it, but like go take it into consideration and apply it actually. But dang, I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words and stuff. I'm just,
Nah, you good.
but
Cause like you good.
no, yeah. At least when it comes to accountability, I kind of already had like that discipline or tailorship to taking criticism, and to me, going down the engineering path, that opened my, I don't know, like, now I kind of want other people to kind of be like that, uh like, nobody probably don't notice, but Fred's like a little hot head, like, sometimes you gotta like sit down with him, be like, hey, calm down, hey, you probably gotta like just calm down, think about some stuff, woosah, like,
You said woo
I
side.
think we have that. I feel like each of us have that foundation of where we can sit down and have that talk with each other too, like we can sit down and be like, hey, you need to like work on this, or hey, you need to do better here and there and stuff like that. I don't know if that came across perfectly, but
I mean, hey, that's what it's all about. Anybody else want to chime in on that? Go ahead, Leon.
it make me sound better.
Kind of off of what he was saying. I think a lot of when you were saying when you're like a lot of people automatically think accountability, they think criticism, and they think, oh, that's bad. But I really think it's the way that we articulate the criticism
Right.
that specific person. And one thing that really helps us have that strong bond. So it's like we know certain ways to say certain things where it's like, okay, this is gonna hurt, but I'm not like, we all know that we're saying this so we can grow and get better. At the end of the day, grow artistic. Sometimes you just gotta realize, like, hey, even though you're doing your best, that's just not enough. You gotta go that extra mile in order to get better. Like, only you set where your limits are, and we all believe in each other way more than we would ever know. Like, I believe in Justin, I believe in Fred way more than they would ever know. So I will always expect better than their best. And criticism was always like a hard thing for me. I struggle with my own thing where it's like the moment someone says this is bad, it's like, oh my God, like, dang, I'm sorry. And, but like, that was one thing that I struggle with, and then I realized while working with them, where it's like, okay, they're not saying that it's bad, they're just saying this is what we have to do to make it better.
Right. Fred, you want to chime in?
Yeah, I was going to say, so like, I also think it's a testament to friendship, right? Like, I feel like if you're in the business with your friends or your family members and you feel like you can't tell them, what you need to tell them to grow and progress, y'all never really had a true bond in the beginning. Like, like even what I was talking about earlier, like our friendship kind of just transitioned into JFL, like, and that's why anybody we ever work with or partner with, they always talk about how it's just a family type oriented vibe, but that's because JFL is literally built around our three friendship, and then we just started building with other people. So you know, um, they always was able to tell me what they wanted to tell me, and give me constructive criticism when we were friends. So it doesn't really like thing as much. Now, granted, because it is your work, like when I did first start out, I didn't know anything about photography. Like Justin said, I started on the marketing side. So I would think the picture came out nice, and he'd be like, bro, this is not it. Like we're not posting this on the page, and it would be like, dang, like I actually thought this was good, but it was like, okay, he was doing it longer than me. So why am I going to sit here and pout about it, or I'm going to actually? And then I would look at like things that he would say to us when we were friends. Like even when I got married, he would give me, like, hey, like he said, I'm a little bit hot head. He'd be like, bro, she didn't mean it that way. Like relax, huh? You're taking it over. You're exaggerating. And then like Leon kind of is like the person where he knows how to soften the blow. So like Justin's just gonna give it to you core cut, but Leon like soften it. They're like good cop, bad cop.
Mhm.
So like Leon knows how to tell you in a way that you need to hear it, but it makes it softer. But Justin is also more of a straightforward person, and I feel like also too with the constructive criticism part, we all have something in us that the other person does. So it's like we kind of just fit together as a puzzle. So I don't really take harsh to anything that they say. Like sometimes it may hurt, like especially when it comes from Justin, it may hurt because he's going to say it. Core cut is not going to be no emojis or nothing. Like he's just going to say it. But then it's like, all right, like let me actually look at what he's saying. Like so yeah.
Yeah, because that's what it's all about. It's all about if you want to be great, it takes sacrifice to be great. And we know the great ones sacrifice a lot for long term success. They sacrifice the partying, they sacrifice the clubbing, they sacrifice the good times in order to be successful and maintain that level of success. Say when I get to that level where I want to be, yeah, I better do those things. But right now I'm in grind mode, building mode, working mode, and just to grow and elevate. That's what it's all about. I mean,
Right.
quick to hear, slow to speak, but we always want to get to the next level. Why think the nerds always had the high grades? They always studied, compared to the ones who didn't take it seriously, always failed. But then people laugh at the nerds because the nerds were getting all the good grades, getting all the accolades. Why? Because they put in the work. And we know now that in order for you to be successful, it's the pattern hasn't changed. It's all
Mhm.
about putting in that work, grind mode, going all in. And I know y'all have clients, so y'all want to give y'all clients their money's worth, their time's worth, and all the other stuff. And I want to ask y'all too, when it comes to working within JFL, what are the number one things y'all look for when it comes to working with clients?
You want to go, Justin?
All right,
We
can you repeat the question for me one more time?
What's
It was
what's the number one thing y'all look for when y'all working with clients when it comes to JFL Productions?
I want to say whatever they do For me, I like whatever people have in mind or have an idea. Like I enjoy photography for bringing like those ideas to life, or making like capturing a special moment for that person, whether it's to look good or like promote something of theirs. Like uh i i, I like seeing like people, like I like seeing like the ideas and stuff come to life. Like, hey, you want to do something, you want to go do it, boom, we did it. Like I don't know, like doing like the actual, I don't know all of it really, but uh, yeah, I like the actual process of it all, bringing it all to life.
That's it.
Yeah,
But I know y'all don't want y'all got. I don't know what I want to say. And at the end of the day, y'all don't want y'all time wasted when it
right.
comes to clients. Because we have people who will ghost people within seconds. So how do y'all incorporate that too as well? Having things in place. I know money is involved. So how do y'all cope about that too when they find how serious the client are afraid? You want to go and talk about that?
Yeah, so I was like, if the client is always serious for me, if you don't send a down deposit, you're not even on my calendar. And I just kind of, yeah, like honest with people with that. Like people will tell me, okay, I want to do this, and like especially when it comes to events too. Like I'll even let you make the flyer, and I'll let you promote it. But if you don't send that down deposit, I ain't coming. I don't care how many times you know, you you promoted it, or I don't care how many times you say, "Oh, I got this idea." If you don't send that down deposit, and I know like nowadays with the economy, like I always tell people, like, "Hey, listen, you have 48 hours before the booking and the down deposit." I used to do like really the week of, but I know the economy is kind of crazy, and sometimes people just need that. But it's one of those things where you have that down deposit because I could be going out and doing anything. I could be spending time with my family. I could be playing the game with these guys. I could be working with somebody else. Somebody else had that. So for me, I always tell people send the down deposit and you're on my calendar. If you don't, I have you in mind. And then I even too, like if somebody hasn't sent their down deposit and somebody wants to book that same day, I'll reach out to them and say, hey, I have somebody that want to book this day. I told them let me check because I may have a booking that day. Deposit ready today because they are. And if you're not, I'm sorry, but your spot is gone. But as far as like what type of clientele I like to look for, I feel like JFL doesn't have a specific clientele because all three of us kind of do production in our own way. So like for me personally, I like business to business photography and videography, and I like the marketing side of and like the production side of what our company. So I literally look for clients who are business owners. I look for clients who are like in the film industry, and I look for clients who are entrepreneurial slash like content creator wise, because that's just my right. Like I'm not going to go look for like the model type. Like I can work with the model types, but I feel like that's more so Justin Lane. So I'm gonna let him do that versus me. I like the events. I like, because I like talking and I like networking, right? So those are the type of clientele that I personally look for in JFL.
Okay, awesome. Before going to, I got a question in the comment section. Big shout out to Adriana in the comment section. She said I may have missed this. What's your price or price list? That's the
Yeah,
question in the comment section.
so if you ever want to book with JFL, I will always tell you to send an inquiry via email, because what we do is with JFL, like I said, we mentioned we know that the economy is not good. So what we may charge somebody like Mark Cuban, we won't charge you. So you need to email us, send us what it is that you want to do, and then we will tell you, okay, this is what the price is based off of that. And then if you say, okay, that's not in my budget, we always will sit down with you and say, okay, well, you said you want to accomplish this overall, so we can accomplish this, but maybe you got to take this out, right? Like maybe you got to take drone out, or maybe you got to take having 30 edited pictures and only get 7 back. Um, so feel free, to always email, and I'll for sure post the email in here. But that's how we go about it, so that we can make sure that we help people even on the lowest level of end who can't necessarily afford the $500, $600, $1,000, packages and stuff that we offer.
And I'm gonna say this, Fred, and I know it's all about having heart. Some
Hmm.
people be holding back and they like to play games too.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like this, and it's just me. I'm playing devil advocate here. But if people buy what they want to buy at the end of the day, like you
Hmm.
mentioned, $500, $600, they'll go buy $500, $600, whatever, to get what they want. But then when it comes to business, they make up all kind of excuses. I don't understand
Uh,
that.
no, that is true. But this is what I'll tell you, right? And my mentor kind of told me this, and JFL we kind of model it. That's why we always say like, tell us what you want, because if you tell me what you want, I'm automatically going to tell you the price. And then if you say I can't afford it, then we're going to start to take stuff out. So now it's not one of those where I'm lowering the price. I'm giving you what you asked for, but I'm taking certain things away. So now you have the understanding of, if I really want this to come out how I want it to come out, I better go ahead and pay that price. But if I'm okay because I either genuinely don't have it or I'm being cheap, I better be sure that what I'm about to get isn't what I had in mind, but it's going to be close enough, right? So if you come to me and say, "Hey, I want you to shoot my podcast," right? I want multiple cameras and I want shorts and stuff and all that, right?
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna say, and you gonna say I want pictures. I'm gonna say, okay, so this is how it goes. This is the price. X, Y, and Z. I'm just gonna say it. X, Y, and Z. This is the price, right? And then you may say, okay, I can't afford that. And I'm gonna say, okay, well, we have Justin. He edits pictures, so he'll do it for a lesser price, but you'll only get these amount of pictures, right? So
Right.
instead of you 13 pictures each podcast, you only get 5, right? Leon is good with graphic design. If you need a logo or John to do it, if you don't want this logo 3D or whatever the case may be, we'll get you this logo, but it's going to take, now instead of you having it back in a week, it may take a month, and it's going to be this, right? So now, as I'm telling you, okay, if for your budget of what you're saying, to get you what you want, this is what it be. And then you say, okay, I still can't do that. I'll say, okay, listen, I could do your short, right? But you can't have 3 cameras. So
Right.
now you understand, okay, if I really want what I want, I either need to pay this price or I need to compromise. And that's why I feel like we don't really run into those people who hold out, because we're willing to pull back. And sometimes we're even willing to miss out on the money to stand on our principles.
Right. But I guess it's just me. I'm all about integrity. And I know at the end of the day, it's all about y'all time. That's what it's all about, y'all time. And I'm that type of dude don't want to get over on nobody. That's just me. People different. People don't care. They just don't care. But as you was talking, it's like, okay, have they like sitting down? Put like major organizations, they always have a budget, first of the year and towards the end of the year. And put anything in place. Like I said, you want these things with your organization, is that they show can have put a budget in place. Or some people that may not know how to do a budget, but help
Right.
them educate them and say, okay, if you want spend money, you gotta make money. Let's just keep it a buck here. Spend
Yeah.
money, you gotta make money. And if you want the best, you're gonna have to spend the money for the best. If you get cheap, you're just gonna get cheap results. If you
Mhm.
want $1 million productivity, you're gonna pay the money for the $1 million productivity. Because at the end of the day, it's all about y'all business. Even though y'all gonna do y'all part, but I believe like this, man, pay your time's worth so you get the best quality of stuff. But if you come with a shortcut way, they don't get mad at JFL because that's what y'all chose to do. But if you don't have it, I won't do anything yet. Just work your way up to get the money. I tell people on the show all the time, hey, if you need them, put in some overtime. It's ways to make money now. You got DoorDash, you got Uber, you got Lyft. If you're serious about taking your business to the next level, y'all want to say anything about that?
I think you put it in a really nice way. Like, long story short, you get what you pay for, and if you really want it, then you'll make it happen. Going on to the question that you were talking about, like for me personally, when I'm talking to my clients and stuff, I pay really close attention to their personality and their mannerisms and the thing that they're doing when they're talking to me. Like they're like, for me, I love doing social, like weddings, one of my favorite things to do. And one of those things, like it taught me a lesson because there was there was a group where they couldn't put down that down deposit because of all the stuff that they were doing for the wedding and everything. And I talked to them, and they seemed like really nice people. And I took that chance, and I was like, you know what? I got you. Don't worry about it. We'll worry about all of that once we're like done. And I filmed that entire thing on my phone. Like, I didn't even use a camera or anything like that. I was like, you know what? It's fine. I won't even use anything crazy. I'll just bring my phone. I came in there with my nice my tux and everything. And there was a lot of people that were looking at me like, why are you using phone and stuff like that? And then when I edited it and came back out and showed them the video, I ended up getting a lot more than was originally offered because I took that chance on them, because they seem like people and stuff like that. And your time is important and everything like that. I do agree with you. Scare money don't make money. You want to get what you pay for, but you also, like Fred said, the economy is kind of crazy. You never know who you run into, and it doesn't take anything to kind of take that chance and be a nice person, because you never know what you'll get back. And then word of mouth spreads just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Off of being that one instance, I got a few other clients from that same person who were like, oh, we heard that you did this for this person, or we heard you did that from that person, and now I'm making more than I would have had I just like turned it down or been a little bit more strict with how I wanted that like initial interaction to go.
Right, and I want to piggyback off of Leon too. I think one of the biggest things too that we probably skipped over for people that are watching is we kind of vet. We vet. So JFL, we're real big on just free living and production, right? So we vet people before we even get to the point of we're sitting down talking about what you want, right? Like, I've had people that came up to me, like Leon said, and they temperature just didn't check with me, and I never even reached out to them. Like, they emailed me, and I never emailed them back because and listen, they could be $1 million company or whatever the case may be. But I watched Shark Tank, and Mark Cuban always talked about how they missed out on working with Uber, but it was the best thing possible for him. And I'm the same way. You could be you. It's not always about the money. It's always about the money, but it's not always about the money, right? We can make so much more money working with a smaller amount of people than trying to put our neck out for everybody. Because I'm just being quite frank. It's some events that I just don't want to do, right? Like, you could be a high networker, you could be a big time business owner, but if your event is going against my personal morals, I don't even want to work with you. So I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to JFL, all of us, because like I said, like, even though I'm an extrovert in the group, I'm still a little introvert myself. All of us, because of how we are, we vet people out before we even be like, you know what I'm saying? We don't just be like, oh, this person, like, we may send it to each other, like, oh, this person doing that, and then we'll check their page out and we be like, yeah. Or this person that email us and we'll look them up and we be like, yeah, we don't, so I think that's why it's also easier for us to sit down and have those pre-consult conversations, because we vet people out, like Leon said, based on your temperature before we even get to the point where, like, I love talking to people before, like, I'll hey, let's do a 30-minute Zoom call, and then you kind of tell me, and then I'll tell you from the rip, yeah, we ain't working together. You got to go with somebody else, or you may not can't work with me, but you can work with Justin and Leon. You know what I'm saying? So we vet people. I think most businesses don't vet people. That's why most businesses get themselves in situations where they working with people, they didn't get paid, or it's not worth their time and stuff like that. You got to vet people with anything in life. You have to vet, whether it's friendship, relationships, or business.
Right. So, in other words, it's all about taking your emotions. That's that word been going around lately. Taking your emotions out of everything. Don't make everything so personal. When she was talking for me, everything about the job analogy, they're just not gonna give you the job. They're gonna sit you down, have an interview with you, talk with you, get a feel of you, and then they get determine where we're gonna hire the individual or not. They're just not gonna say, hey, yeah, come on in, we got you. They're gonna sit you down, talk with you, ask you questions. You're gonna explain the ins and outs of your organization, what y'all do, what y'all expect. And to them, it gives them the trust. I understand what y'all saying on that. Lynn, you want to say anything?
Yeah. To kind of piggyback off of what you guys were saying, I think, like, when you were talking about time, I think that even though money is important, time and stress is just as important. And I like to factor that in along with money. Because kind of like Fred was saying, like if you're doing something with somebody and they're just like not vibing with you, it's going to show in your work.
Yeah, it
And
is.
one of the biggest things that I refuse to let myself do is I'm not going to put out something that I'm not happy with, or I'm not going to put out something that I feel doesn't match my personality and the brand of what we stand for. And I know for a fact that if I was to go out there and work for somebody just because they were paying me a lot of money, but I wasn't enjoying it, I'm going to be sitting there looking at the editing screen, just like finding any excuse in my head to kind of not do it or just like try to drone through it. And it's going to show in my work. And that brings up my stress. So then now I'm stressed. I feel like I need to de-stress. I need to take time off of work to kind of de-stress. And now I'm losing money because I'm taking that time away because I did something that I shouldn't have like did in the first place. You know, like all of that stuff kind of goes together and it plays hand in hand. Like your money is important, but your time and your like stress and you knowing what your worth is way more important than any amount of money that anybody can pay for you or pay.
Right. And I'm about to say, don't get it twisted. We like us, all three of us. We have like I could probably say two names, which I won't like because that's messy. But if I was to say two names in our group chat, they would laugh because we have worked with people who where we like we should have never even worked with this person or like you see Justin's face like Justin like yeah and sometimes it was me who brought them on and I'm like dang we shouldn't have worked with this person, we shouldn't have did that, and that's kind of like how we got here now. So like anybody that's listening that does what we do, like please if you can like one thing I'm starting to learn now is where people are where you want to be at, listen to them that first time going around because we made that mistake. And we were and one of these people, we was making good money. Like we was getting paid every week from this person. But the stress level of working with this person was ridiculous. Like, and this is like when we first started working and we like, yo, like it's good money, but it's not worth it. And like we thug it out longer than we should have. Like I think we worked with this person for like 8 months, and I'm like, that was the worst 8 months of my life. And then when you think back about it, 5 years later, we don't even have that money anymore, right? Because so it's like anybody that's in the production field or that has a business in general, like please vet your people first. Like just 'cause somebody reach out to you and consult you doesn't always mean you have to work for. And I know when you don't have clientele, sometimes it's hard to stay down. But like do your research or ask the questions. Like, hey, even if somebody email you and you take on that consultation, ask what they want because they will tell you what you want and then always repeat back verbatim what they said so that they can okay it. So that way, if you do get to a point where you did the work and then they say, oh, I wanted this, you say you got the receipt. And you say, no, you said you wanted this, and this is what I repeated back to you. And you said, okay, because vet your people. I'm trying to tell you, it'll make life so much more easier if you just vet your people.
Yeah, I agree with that 1000%. I mean, it's all about protecting your peace and your sanity, and that's what it's all about. Like I said, I know man, y'all doing a lot of great things within the city. Y'all doing a lot of great things. What things y'all got coming? I know we are already September already. So what exciting things y'all got coming up with JFL?
Well, there's so I actually, at least on my side of it, there's some that I'm kind of hesitant to say because I didn't want to say them yet. But one of them is I'm stepping into a little bit of photography. I'm more on the videography side, and I'll let Justin and Fred kind of handle photography. But there's this really there's someone that kind of like we said, we vetted them out, and I kind of like I see their vision, so I'm taking the chance, and I'm doing a nice like lake photo shoot with them, like it's in the water and things like that. And that's something I've never done before, so I'm super excited to try that. So that's one thing that I'll say that is coming up. Like be on the lookout for that, where we have kind of like a lakeside photo shoot type of thing. It's like earthy vibes and stuff. It's the best way I can explain it.
Okay. Man,
Yeah.
that was
Oh yeah, on my side. So on my side, I'm actually working on shooting JFL's like first mini short film. It's only gonna be like 30 minutes. It's called What is Art, and I'm just kind of like tapping into the minds of people. Um I don't even really want to call it a short film because we're shooting it like how we shot our documentary. Right, for people that don't know, we just had a documentary that came out for our 5-year anniversary, and I'm kind of shooting it like that, right? Like I'm not, it's not going to be too crazy, but it's just going to be put together like a short film, right? And anybody that's in that feel like YouTube is a good source. Like you want to shoot movies and you ain't got the right equipment, like we don't have the right equipment to shoot no movie, but you can shoot it on your camera. Just get a nice little mic, shoot on your camera, and then you can edit it movie style, and people will pay attention to that. And then also on my side, is also with JFL as well. I have a talk show called Game Talk that's coming out where I interview entrepreneurs playing the game, and my first two guests are actually Justin and Leon. So it comes out October 6th. They're the first episode. It's anybody that's listening, I'm trying to tell you, if you haven't caught our like friendship here, you're gonna see it on when we're playing that game. Because like when we play the game, like Smash is one of them games that we all collectively play together. It gets serious. It get real serious. So, but yeah, that's what I have on my side.
At least on my side, I mean, it's nothing set in stone yet, but I want to get into videography. Every year I try to put together, or at least I want to put together, like a little Halloween. Like I want to step into the videography world. I want to put together short little films and stuff. I don't know. I have some ideas for Halloween for like a short film. If I can get the people, I would. There would be work on. Hopefully, put out there around Halloween. But I don't know. I have like little skits in mind. I have to talk to them with my fellow team members and see if my brother wants to join.
Man, this was up. That was hey. Before going any further, fellas, gonna take a quick music break. Then we're gonna be right back with our Teamwork Make the Dream Work episode from Walking This Way Impact What's podcast.
Just living the best of my life. Same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. I'm on that same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, what you know about that? Believe I receive. I ain't talking about the contact. Fall back. No, you know what? Let it in. Jesus says, and Gabe brought his own testament. Testify. I ain't never been a pedophile. Recognize my baby girl is my prize. No games. Word is bond. And I've been working so hard. I just thank, oh Lord, that we made it thus far. And I got my prayers up that the troops come home. I can feel your energy even through these broken walls. And I got my prayers up that the troops come home. I can feel your energy even through these broken walls. Same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. I'm on that same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Gotta sacrifice, been working my whole life. But when I look back, he's been there my whole life. Love working on the inside, so. And for that news, looking and feeling brand new. Got a crew for the dollar sign. What's more loyal is they don't even see a dollar sign to be there for you. Respect the wishes. And I got bills too, so respect is given. We about to take flight, secure precision. Anything you put your heart into, you can do. Had to run the numbers up when I showed the proofs. Just living the best of my life. Just living the best of my life. Same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Man, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. I'm on that same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah. Just living the best of my life. Just living the best of my life, yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back here. Big shout out to Gabriel Wheeler out of Atlanta, Georgia. music artist and pastor as well. So big shout out to him. We know everything's about mindset. We know everything starts within. And once we change the mindset, our world will change as well, also. And I know by we press for time. So I'm gonna ask you, what are y'all philosophy when it comes? I'm gonna start with Fred. What are your philosophy when it comes to business as well, person that you live by day by day?
For me, I'm gonna steal Justin Instagram name, and I'm probably gonna steal what he's gonna say. But just do it, and I know that's like kind of cliche, but what I mean by just do it is like do whatever it is that it takes for you to even get personally ready, right? Even if you have to get your mental right before you start your business or do whatever the case may be, take that time to do it, right? Um, like sometimes I literally can't do business for a week just because there's a lot of stuff going on in life, and I don't just say, "Oh, I can't worry about my mental because I have to, do this." Nah, take that time out from mental. When it's grind time in business, I go do it. So when I say just do it, I mean do whatever it is that you got to get to in a place to become successful. And it's something else that I put on my Instagram recently. Become the consumer that you want to consume from you. So if you one of them people that always complain about the price, you complain about, your service or whatever the case may be, don't be upset then when people turn around and give you that same thing back. When people are complaining about your prices, people are complaining about your services or your product. You know what I'm saying? You are gonna attract whatever it is that you put out in this world. So if you don't want those type of people to buy from your business or to book you, then don't be that type of person to others.
Like that. Justin, any philosophy that you go by when it comes to your business as well, personal life that you live by day?
I mean, Fred was right. He kind of did like right on the market. But if I had to like add on to that, I don't know. I would probably add like stay true to yourself. Like I don't know, like do what you believe in, do what you want to do. Don't worry about anybody else's like. Um, don't worry about anybody at all. Really, just you just gotta do what make you happy. You do your best. As long as you're not putting out negative vibes, messing with anybody, just do your thing. I don't know.
Hey, that's what's up right there. What about you, Leon? What philosophy you live by when it comes to your personal as well business you live by day?
So it's just really two things that I try to find is don't sweat the small stuff and everything small stuff. Like you're when you want to do stuff or you want to feel like you want to do stuff, just do it. Kind of like they said, your old life, or if you want a new life, it's gonna cost you your old one. You know,
Hmm.
I like that.
sacrifice. You might lose people that you care about or lose people that like you, find new people that adore you. You know, like never be afraid to make that change and never be complacent with where you are because you never know where you can go. The only limit is your own imagination and what you feel like your limits are.
Man, that sums it up right there. I like that. I know we about to get off the air, guys. I know y'all got y'all some productive meaning. I don't want to hold y'all up at all. So I'm gonna start with Fred. Fred, go ahead and plug in your social media. How can people get in touch with you, follow you, and all other great stuff?
Yeah, so obviously got our group with our group page, business page, JFL Productions on everything, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. And then my personal page is JFL First. I have only Instagram, and then on Facebook is Frederick Russell the third. Um, but yeah, you'll see most of anything that I personally do on the JFL page, my personal page.
Man, that's what's up. Go ahead, Justin. How can everybody get in contact with you? Go ahead and plug in your social media sites and all the other good stuff.
Gotcha. So I only have one social media presence, and that's just Instagram. I have the JFL page, like Fred said, and I also have my personal page, just underscore doing without a G underscore it. uh, but I mean, that's pretty much where you can find me. Nowhere.
All right, then. That was up. All right, what about you, Leon? Go ahead.
Uh, so you can find me. I also have the JFL page on Facebook. You can find me at Leon Holly. Uh, Without the JFL page, my Instagram is Holly the artist, and there's underscore Holly underscore the DA underscore artist. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's everything. You know, my Facebook and my Instagram are my main two like active social media platforms.
Right. I promise
Okay.
y'all will find more out about us if y'all actually just follow the JFL pages. Like, I promise. Because we don't, once we started JFL, we kind of don't even really post like as much as we should on our personal page, but
Yeah.
that's because everything is geared towards JFL.
Most definitely, and also I think I know I sent some people to like our page as well also. So those that are listening to you on social media, go to the JFL production page, share that page. Not only that, share it with those that's on your friend list. Help get the likes and everything up on their page. It's all about supporting one another, right? So looking out for each other, supporting one another. I like that. So go ahead and make that thing happen right now, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all listen to us, go to the JFL production page on Facebook right now. It's free. It don't cost you anything. Go ahead, like, comment, share with those of your friend list. I know I'll be doing the same thing as well. Like I said, it's all about looking out for each other and supporting one another. And that's all I know. So we about to get leave this thing, fellas. I know y'all got some work y'all got to do. I'll be back here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. I have to see you come on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Talk about the book that he has out on the book that I'm getting tongue tied. But shout out to Mr. U that's gonna be on here tomorrow. Talking about his new book that he just released. All the other great. So yeah, y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all tomorrow, people. Anything else y'all want to plug, fella, for y'all leave?
No, just thank you for having us on the podcast, taking the time to put young black men trying to get their business and stuff up. Appreciate you. Thank you for all the viewers and everybody who took the time to listen to our story, and yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, I do want to plug one thing, and if you haven't, check out our documentary. I promise you, you'll love it. You'll love
That is funny.
Yeah.
Awesome. You know what? I love to see men of color, black men doing something positive. Like I said, I have a lot of ladies that come on the show and they doing their thing. Bitch out to the ladies. But it's something special when I have the fellas featured on the show. They are doing positive things. They're not doing negative things. Because we've been so negative. Y'all seen it in the media, we've been so negative. But when the brothers are like y'all, they're doing something positive, it's not really being showcased as much. I don't want to be in the showcase is those who call each other nigga, bitches, want to shoot each other up. That gets so glorified. But when it comes to men who are doing something productive and quality, it does not get glorified at all. So we want to change the narrative on that there are some productive black men in our community, in our country, who are law-abiding citizens, we want to say, who are doing the right things, constructive way things. And we need to show more cases. So I give you, I don't say flowers. People keep saying that, John. To the fellas, get the fellas. I give y'all cigars, not flowers. We get the ladies they flowers, get the fellas they cigars. That's how it's supposed to be. So man, I appreciate y'all, man. I will keep following with y'all closely. And man, y'all keep up the great work.
Thank you.
And awesome. So man, y'all give these fellas they cigars when y'all see them. Go to the JFL, give them their cigars on that as well. And like I said, we out this thing. Peace, everybody.
See you.